I'll explain in a second, Gary. Okay. So the question is, yeah, when to get aggressive. Did you sell above 90, some bigger lots, Gary? Okay, don't cover everything though. You're not flat, are you? Okay, good. So cover one more piece here on the euro. Just moving that offer down. You see where I just moved my offer down? That one, I have another lot up here. All right, let me walk through this. So as we come back up on the 30-minute, I'll switch back to the screen. So we knew that our risk is above here. Right? Kind of up above that area. We were talking about the 200. It's kind of more of a distance. 2320. It's kind of 20 pips. 20 pips is kind of a long way to be aggressively short. But as we got that rally back into the London session highs, so I got some bigger lots off above 90. These lots were smaller to start. And then, throughout that 1 minute, we're just scalping around. You sell a little bit well, cover. Sell some well, cover it. Sell some well, cover it. Sell some well here, cover it. Sell some more, cover. And then at this point, when you start that wall and you start to see the 15-minute rollover, right, cycle, by the time we sold here and you get a chance to cover here, you want to be more aggressive on this rally. Because as you go back up that wall halfway, you can feel much better about shorting more aggressively. You know where if I start selling more aggressively here and then we take out that high, fine, so be it. I'll take that risk off. So, and then even inside of this move, I was shorting and then had this little knockdown, covered some, and then I was re-offering right up in there to see if we bounce back. So even inside of this wall, I'm playing the wall, I was offering right there and I didn't get lifted. I sold a little bit, but I didn't get lifted on that last piece. Cover some more euro here. Pretty good day. I'm well over 2% on this account. $1,100. That was a good trade, guys. We sold the highs of that move. Sold the dead ass high. Right? You should be covering in here. Sold the high on cable too. I'm still short there. This is a core piece. Sold the high there. Like I said, I'm gonna let this 30-minute cycle play out on this piece. $300 there, 300 euros. You could cover here too, though, guys, if you're day trade short cable. Probably gonna get a bounce. Nice trade there. Two trades. Two trades on FX. Both sold the highs. I don't know what else to say there. There's a pretty good wall now. So you still have a 15-minute cycle that's down, right? And your 30-minute just crossed. So you can be a seller here on this next rally on the euro for sure, right? So first you had this wall. We failed at halfway, right? Now you just put in another wall here on the 1 minute. So, I'm a seller on this bounce. I'm going to be fading it. And think on terms of a scale too. Remember, Gary, we talked about your size. What kind of size were you trading up here today? Bigger? Are you making an effort to get some more size on there? Okay, good. Yeah, you don't have to go too fast with that. I'm fine with that. Anytime I start upping my size, it's over weeks and months. It's not like you don't just come in next week. No, well, now I'm trading. I was trading 10 lots. Now I'm trading, 50 lots. I was trading 10 million tens. Now I'm going to come in this week. I feel like I'm going to do 20 million. I mean, there's no need to increase that quick. You probably not, maybe you won't even get this bounce. Well, let's look at crypto here too. We didn't really look at that much this morning. So we talked a little bit about hedging and if and when, we can trade options around BTC and at some point, hopefully some other pairs. But let's just talk directionally. I know that Binance is down, looks like today. I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. But, what are you going to do? All right, so not much. I mean, we've covered this daily chart quite a bit, right? Held high, and either we V bottom here, or we're going to get some sort of phase 2 situation. So here's our hold up high. We went from, here's a prior low, right? Lower low relative to this low and this low. So do we V bottom and then boom? I mean, I got lower highs really all the way back here. So we're right at the 8. There's some resistance right here. But more than likely, if we do bounce, it's going to be tough to get above the bands. That's a good spot to make a lower high. And then, you know, who knows, double bottom, make a higher low here, type of thing. And then break the TMS to phase 3. But we're still in the process of a bounce to a lower high right now. That's kind of where we're at, a bounce to a lower high here, there's a lower high here. I'm hoping that we get another shot a little bit lower. Daily cycle is still pretty low. Its RSI was nice and low here too. But, you know, these bottoming is always a process. So if you miss this rally, you know, who cares? What we, you know, the next move, the big performance is here. That's what we want to catch. You know, if you miss this, so be it. This is what we want to catch. So yeah, the 4 hour. As you can see, the same thing. Another bounce to, is this going to be a lower high relative to this? Just going to have to wait and see. Nice covers on the euro. You can re-short some here on the euro. I'm gonna offer above the market too. So still short, offering above the market. If you get me back, remember we talked about that one day I said on the 1 minute, you want to make sure your bigger size sales are above the 30. If you're getting if you're shorting the 1 minute below the 30, you're too early. You want to do it on the other side of the 30. Here, not down here, right? So you want to short bigger size up in this area. So I moved, see this 100,000 lot, I moved that down now. I just left it there to show you where I was offering before. I just sold just a tiny bit here. All right, so back to crypto, just a bounce to a lower high is kind of what I'm thinking. We'll see how we react at the bands. This is a big level to watch right there, 9,000. I don't have much else to say. There's the 4 hour cycle. Let's look at Ethereum. I don't have much else to say on Bitcoin. Same looking chart here, Ethereum. You know, I sold on the break of 700 and I haven't put it back on yet. I still don't think we're out of the woods. Just drawing a couple trend lines, I guess, to through that one. So same kind of price action, lower lows, bounce to a lower high, most likely 4-hour cycle is pretty high. Daily cycle's low though. We'll see which one's out. Litecoin is a little bit different. Litecoin, we have, like I said yesterday, we have that phase 2. We did make a phase 2, failed to make a lower low, phase 2 double bottom there. So there's phase 1. And then there's your double bottom. That's phase 2. Always the first sign that maybe the market's done going down as it stops making lower lows. And then the pivot's pretty clear at 180 there. Get above that, then we're bullish with phase 3 higher high right there above 180. That's what I'm watching on Litecoin. Litecoin, I didn't cut any risk there. I didn't add to it at 100 though either. I know Dave had a good buy down there. Let's see what else. Still long Neo, still long Cardano. Cardano is struggling, and it's not as bullish on the daily charts as some of these others. I really don't like it. I don't know, it's 30 cents. Just keep making lower highs. No, that one's just not ready to go. Let's see what else I want to cover. Let's look at Neo and like gas. Gas held up really well relative to Bitcoin. I'm still holding that. I'd like to see it take out the highs from this 55,000 level. Earlier in the session, I talked about on Neo that breaking the daily pivot reversal, when you elect that pivot, that reversal, a lot of times will test the weekly. So when we broke 100, there was no real weekly bands yet on Neo. So that's not a good example on that one. But Neo, I'm waiting on the next pullback to add back to it. Right back at the bands there. Also, this 4-hour cycle is rolled over. Let's look at Monero. We'll call it in the morning. Hey, oh, you got a few people in the chat now. Okay. Yeah, you guys are welcome. Oh, Manowski, that was one of my favorite linebackers. You're welcome. I'm a big Bronco fan, so I always like Romo. He was a talker too. What's your opinion? Increase. I'm just reading some of your questions here. What's your opinion on increasing correlation during downturns like these? Equity markets tend to correlate in a large sell-off, BTC and Ether charts over the last few weeks. Yeah, that's an interesting point. The crypto markets really haven't traded on a global macro correlation yet. We just really haven't. I mean, it's too early to say that Bitcoin's a flight to quality. I think it's definitely going to be at some point. But I think you really need to have the institutions in this market to be able to get those correlations because, I was talking to Dimitrik about this last night, was where there's greed, there's fear, And fear is much stronger emotion than greed. But there's something else also, which is called the need to sell. And that's actually even more of a reason, even greater than fear, because when you're in a trade that's going against you, or you're over your skis, or you make an execution error, whatever it is, and you feel that fear in the market in your trade, sometimes you have those emotions of fear, and you may or may not sell because of that emotion. But when you have to sell, when you need to sell something, so if you're a portfolio manager or you're a hedge fund and everything that you own is getting crushed, or you're short, this stupid hot money that was short vol, just complacently shorting it and picking up nickels in front of the steamroller, those guys got crushed being short vol. So if they blew up their hedge fund and they earn margin calls, they need to sell something. So you saw that too in 2008. Even gold went down. So gold's a flight to quality trade, and it was at certain points in 2008. But then there was times where we'd come in 5 days in a row and the market was just down. You come in the next morning, it's down hard again. You come in the next morning, down hard again. Guys are getting margin calls, they're getting tapped on the shoulder, they got to sell. It's a bloodbath. I mean, people are losing money hand over fist. They have to sell. Sometimes you got to sell the only thing that you can, which is your positions that are up. So if guys had gains in gold, even gold went down because they were having to sell gold to cover margin calls. And they got to raise cash because they're getting crushed in the other parts of their portfolio. So until those institutions can trade crypto in that same manner, I mean, I know the hedge funds can, but I mean, we're talking like asset managers, advisors, portfolio managers, people that are, these pension funds. And it'll happen, but when the institutions are really in this market, then you're going to see more of those correlations. So if stock markets gets really whacked like it did, earlier in the week and last week, then you're going to see those correlations when guys are getting run over in stocks. They're looking for a place to hide. And even treasuries didn't really rally till Monday, which was pretty amazing. So, and gold really wasn't a flight to quality. But I do think that as time goes on here, we're going to see more of those correlations and more correlations to the dollar too. I mean, the correlation between gold and the dollar is usually in the 90 percentile over like a 90-day duration if you look at it. So I think at some point we're going to see that correlation also. People treating Bitcoin like the digital gold, so it makes sense that if you see a big dollar rally, maybe at some point that means Bitcoin is soft. I'm going to cover some more euros here. And that's my thoughts on that. No, Cam on Cardano, I'm really struggling with where I'm wrong. I mean, at 30 cents, I mean, I don't want it to go to 15 cents. That's another 50% drawdown. But at the same time, it's only 15 cents to zero. So I'm not going to really, this is a really long-term core position. So I'm not going to, if I was heavy in it, which I'm not, then yeah, you got to pick some spots where you're wrong. We can look at it again here. Like if you're really heavy compared to maybe some of your other positions, I mean, I wouldn't want it to break the low. Bitcoin, the market bottomed the other day at Pi, so you don't want those lows to get taken out again. So I wouldn't want Cardano to break the lows again here. I don't know what the catalyst is going to be there. I think it's just, we got to just get this market to turn around. Once people start to chase again, I expect these alts are going to really ramp pretty fast. What else? Yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm just going to do these recaps after our session just to show you guys what we did. I mean, we sold the high in the euro, we sold the high in pound. So we're working on our game and grinding it out every day in here. Working on all kinds of things, working on analysis, talking cycles, working on our position size, all that stuff. So this is what we do, guys, as part of the group coaching. And so if anybody's new and kind of wondering, everybody made money today in the room. We're probably some of the most consistent traders out there. I've seen lots of trading chat rooms, big numbers. Some people have 500,000 people in their live chat room. And these guys they're just brokers that were down on the floor. They never trade. They don't call out any trades in the room. They don't say where to buy or sell, or they're terrible traders. I mean, and they charging $500 to sit in a chat room and talk about the news. It's just crazy to me. But anyway, we don't do that. So JenkinsRM.com. Obviously, we're covering a lot of crypto. Well, if you want to learn our model, I mean, it works in any market. So I love to day trade the FX market just because of the liquidity and so forth. But it's free to come in our chat room, guys. That's the best way to interact. We have a paid room there. It's $100 a month. You click right here. That's that service. Trade alerts on crypto market. And then this is our course. If you just want to learn my model on demand, that's there. And then this is what we do Tuesdays and Thursdays in a group setting as we trade together. I coach you, mentor you. That's where you really get to work on your craft. So pretty good day. I did 1,000 here. Just trading the euro and the pound. So my traders, you can stay with this cable for that 30-minute cycle. That's probably what I'm going to do. And then obviously we're still core short for the long haul. I think we probably topped out. Long term, looks like the dollar's kind of rolling over too. So I'll keep you guys posted as normal. And enjoy the rest of your trading day. You guys good? My traders, you guys good? All right, Gary. All right, Dave, man, Michael. I don't know if Christine's still around. Alex took off already. Jordy, have a good rest of your day. All right, guys, talk to you later.